Welcome back. I'm Carl Matsumoto.
I'm Josiah Matsumoto. And this is Motosport. Hey, Jared.
Hello.
How's it going?
I'm here too.
Yeah, welcome back to the house.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Good to be here. Nice
Yeah.
and warm.
Really warm attic.
I feel like podcasts a lot of times they're always like, "Oh, how you doing? I haven't seen you since whenever, blah blah blah." But I'm looking at Carl across from me, my
When was
wife,
the last time you two saw each
thinking, "Oh yeah, we've
A minute.
When's the last time we haven't seen
1
each other?"
1 minute.
Yeah,
to be
exactly.
exact.
Yeah. So I was
Like,
like,
1 minute.
"Oh no, I can't ask you how you are. I already know."
Right.
How are you doing, Jared?
Doing good. Had a good race this week,
Yeah.
I thought.
Oh, I mean,
I agree.
very fun to watch.
And had a busy weekend along with that. We built patio furniture.
Whoa.
Oh, that's the
Yeah,
furniture that was being
shout out.
delivered.
Oh, nice.
All my friends that helped with that while I
Out.
only watched Formula One
Wesley Andrews?
at our
At your house.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, very nice. That's
very
hilarious.
Yeah. Me and Levi on the couch and
Just
And
watching.
everyone
everyone
else
else
just
building in the yard.
toiling away.
That's hilarious.
in the
We
hot
did some
sun.
extra help too, but
Also, Levi is the builder, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
this was IKEA.
Oh, that makes sense.
So
Anybody
Not-
can. It wasn't like he was
construction.
actually creating something. When
Right.
Levi's there, that's where my head goes because he's so good
Yeah.
at so many things.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we had to watch the race.
Absolutely. It's the most important thing.
Yep.
Miami.
Miami.
We do love Miami. Let's be clear here. Holds a dear place in our hearts. Carl and I were actually on the track last year.
We did drive
Yes.
through it.
We drove
through that highway.
through that
Yes.
highway. Yeah. The entrance ramp onto the highway, which was currently closed off, but the track cuts across it. We drove there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, we're basically Formula One drivers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
It's your home turf.
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. We know it like the back of our
It's
hand.
a home race.
Yeah, absolutely.
All 2 years that it's been in existence.
Yeah. And we weren't even there for the race last year. It was like 3 weeks ahead of time. Anyways, we do love Miami. It's also a fun track. I know it's like tough for the drivers. It's the tarmac's bad. It's dirty. When you're off the racing line, it's terrible to drive. But
You're listing a lot of very bad things.
yeah, well,
But it's interesting.
yes. But it's
Interesting.
it's interesting, and the track itself, the circuit itself, I find fascinating. It's very Miami. It's very Mimo inspired.
The boats
The boats
on
everywhere.
land,
The
in the
fake
middle.
The
Water.
fake
Fake
water.
It's
Hilarious.
like, why?
None of this makes sense. It's also nowhere near the beach. Like the track
No,
isn't.
yeah, the track
it's
is
around the Hard Rock Stadium.
I really remember when this started, when I put on the pre-show, I was like, I forgot the vibe of what Miami was.
Yeah.
It's
last
a
year.
whole vibe.
It's a lot.
It's a whole vibe.
Maybe too much.
Maybe
Fully.
definitely
I mean,
too much.
it's-
Yeah.
Did you guys
Wow.
see clips from when they like introduced them? The drivers, I guess.
Oh, no.
I watched that live.
Oh, really?
How awkward was it?
So awkward.
Wait, what?
Basically, they had a bunch of like cheerleaders lined up.
Like
it
and
was
there
a
an-
football tunnel.
Yeah, like it
Oh,
was a football.
no.
And there were like announcers, and they were on the turf, and they had to
Oh,
just, like, walk
no.
out.
And somebody was announcing each of their names. Can you guess who?
Will Buxton?
LL Cool J.
LL Cool J?
Yeah.
That
People were hating on that.
okay,
moment
that's
in the- on the- in the
incredible
event.
though. Like
Like,
Yeah.
they're like, never do this again, ever.
yeah, why?
That was the consensus.
It was
They're like, how do we make this American?
yeah, but-
Hilarious.
yeah.
Hilarious. That's
like
amazing.
Florida, Miami, American.
But see, this is
Yes.
the most American thing is to just tackily overdo something.
like this is the 5th race of the season.
yeah.
It's like, yeah, this isn't a big one. You gotta in the lineup of importance. You
No.
know? I mean,
gotta stand out.
they're all
Austin's way
important.
more important. And
Yeah.
and that's like a way more toned down situation. More people, but way more
Yeah.
toned down.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were a lot. And like in the interview after qualifying, you could not hear anything because the fans were too loud.
Yeah.
They were just
People were hyped.
screaming over the interview. And that's for them. They're playing that live to
For
the fans,
you.
for the fans. Like,
Do you want to listen?
be respectful.
They're just selling it as a party.
I know, but
It's a
it's
celebrity
too
It's a
much.
celebrity event.
event.
It is. It's true.
Yeah, it's all about.
The celebrities.
Mm-hmm.
It's very Miami. It's
Yeah,
very Miami.
I know.
It just
And that's what they want to do. They want to capture the tone of the city.
I mean,
So yeah,
honestly,
to be fair to them,
had they toned it
they're
down,
doing that.
they are doing it. They're doing it justice.
Yeah. I just did a full.
One of the
180.
reasons I don't
Great
live in
point.
Miami. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah.
maybe I just don't like Miami.
But we also do love Miami.
No, yeah.
It's good in small
The-
dabbles.
Yeah.
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 The Matsumotos love Miami.
The Matsumotos love Miami. This is true.
I've never been.
Moto
Oh,
in Miami.
you got to get there.
I
It's
haven't
actually
cared
you
about
gotta get
you
there.
gotta.
anywhere else in Florida.
Oh no, I wouldn't go anywhere else in Florida.
Yeah.
No.
No. No.
And honestly, Miami
bad.
was literally underwater this year. So like maybe
It's
don't
not,
go to
like-
Miami either. Like it's not
There's a lot of
Yeah.
problems
Yeah.
There's a lot of problems
in
with Florida.
and Miami.
Yeah,
So-
absolutely. We don't need to support Florida necessarily.
Right.
I guess let's move on from there.
Yeah.
The more we talk
race.
about Miami, the more negative it gets.
I know.
I didn't
Yeah.
expect this.
Listen, you don't want to dig too deep.
We
It's the
actually-
thing. It's like
Yeah.
Miami has a lot of problems once you get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so does Formula One, so does the
Exactly.
world. Like it's yeah.
Yeah.
This was a
This
fun
was-
race weekend.
And it was a great representation of all of that.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Incredible.
First things first, if you don't already, follow us wherever you listen to podcasts. Hit that follow button, the subscribe button. We would appreciate it greatly. And review it. Also follow us on social media at motosportpod across the board. And if you haven't watched the race, either go watch the race, watch a recap, or good thing we didn't do spoilers already. Not that
yeah,
it
we
matters.
didn't. I was trying to
Yeah.
think back.
LL Cool J.
LL Cool J, big spoiler.
Sorry,
Yeah.
spoiler alert. If you
But
haven't seen
if
that.
you haven't seen it, go watch a version of it or the grid notes on our Instagram page or TikTok page on our social media.
Oh, also, we have an Etsy store.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we're not wearing anything
I
from
know.
it. Oh, well.
I know.
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. They
We're
can't
just-
see
we're
us.
just throwing things out there, seeing if anything
Do you
will work.
make merch?
It's
Yeah.
not
Well,
specific
not
to
for this.
motorsport, but it is like Formula One.
Yeah.
So,
It's cool. So, yeah. Do you have the site?
M Market Co. is the name of the Etsy store.
M Market Co.
Yes.
M as in Matsumoto
Mm-hmm.
Right.
or Moto
Or
Sport
market.
or Market.
You know,
M as
a
in
lot of
market.
M words.
Market. And then Co.
Yeah.
Great. Check those out.
But yeah, check it out. See what you think.
Yeah. Let us know.
We've got 0 sales so far.
Well, we
so-
like just launched it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
As
Like-
soon as this podcast airs,
Yeah.
people are going to be rushing.
Gonna be flooding in.
You won't be able to
out
handle.
of stock immediately.
Yeah. But then we'll get more stock. Don't worry.
Wait, so do
Always
you want
got
to
the
talk
stock.
about what it is or
No.
no?
Oh,
You gotta go to see
I
it?
like
Gotta
this.
go to see it.
Go see it.
Whoa, mystery items available.
Yeah.
Yeah. We might toss a photo on the Instagram.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see.
You don't know. So go check out M Market Co. on Etsy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to love it and you'll buy it.
That's all you need to know.
If
Yeah.
you don't want to buy it, don't look, okay?
Yeah. But you want to look.
You want to look,
You,
You
yeah.
wanna-
which means
look,
you want to
right?
buy it,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
All right.
Thanks to this episode's sponsor.
Yeah. Sponsored by M
M
Market
Market
Co.
on Etsy. Thank you.
I love it.
Okay.
Oh, and if you have a question or want to give us feedback, whatever, write into the podcast at motosportpod@gmail.com.
right, so zoom in the news. Slight change to one of the sub headers here. Rumors is dead. It's no longer.
We're killing the rumors.
Yeah. Rumors is no longer a section of zoom in the news. It's being replaced by Rompin in the Paddock.
Yeah.
So Rompin in the Paddock will cover any shenanigans, any type of news that happens, rumors,
Paddock
fan
related.
theories related to the drivers, all of that
And the
good stuff.
teams, I guess.
The teams, yeah. All of it.
Anything that touches the paddock.
The paddock.
Anyone that touches the paddock, any drama around them.
They're fair game.
They're fair game for Rompin in the Paddock. Anything that touches the paddock can be Rompin.
Cool.
Yep.
So.
And the paddock this week was on the turf at Rockhart Stadium. So we could talk football too.
Right, which is why they did the tunnel thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Weird still. That is funny.
So silly.
That's funny.
It was silly.
The thing is, I don't even watch that with football.
And I couldn't figure out how they picked the order. There was some sort of billing happening.
Was it last year's finishing order? Like the order they do on the title sequence every race?
They put that in the order of last year's.
Yeah, they put that goes in order of standings.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Fun fact.
I learn something
Mind
new
Learn
blown.
every
something
day.
new every podcast.
Yeah. I don't even know how I learned that. Did we just figure it out one time?
I don't know.
Maybe. I
They
can't
don't?
remember.
I feel like they don't tell you.
They don't.
They don't tell you a lot of things in this sport.
Yeah.
No. Anyways, on to Rompin in the Paddock.
Rompin in the Paddock. So who was Rompin in the Paddock this week? Daniel Ricciardo was Rompin in the Paddock. The Met
Danny.
Gala Paddock.
Oh.
Specifically, the Paddock of Tom Brown.
Hanging out with Tom Brown?
No, not
Oh.
specifically.
Oh,
He was
but
dressed
wearing
by
Tom Brown.
And
Yeah.
when you showed me that picture,
Yes. Next to Janelle Monáe, who won the Met Gala.
yeah, of him
To be clear.
standing next to, in a picture with Janelle Monáe and Pusha T.
And Pusha T. Yeah. And just
I was
the
like,
Australian,
my mind
like,
cannot
grin.
compute.
It
like,
looks photoshopped.
yeah,
it does,
I'm like,
it does.
this is
Because
not-
it's
It looks like a
Damn.
joke. Yeah, it looks like somebody photoshopped Daniel Ricciardo in because
Honestly,
they
I
thought
was
it would
like-
be funny.
and it was.
And it was.
It was funny.
The suit looked good, though.
Yeah.
I know. I was like, is this
Yeah.
the F1 troll account? Like,
Right?
But no,
But
it's
no.
a real photo.
Amazing. I love it.
It's just a funny. I didn't realize he was going to be at the Met Gala, and it was just a funny thing to.
And
be.
why?
Like
I guess he-
his
Like-
fame has gone
Yeah.
up so high
It
because
has.
of
Honestly,
Drive to Survive.
That's going to be his ticket back into the sport,
yeah,
is because
absolutely.
everyone loves him, in
Yeah.
America specifically.
Americans
Yeah.
love him,
But
like,
everyone
clearly.
loves him. Yeah.
and he loves America. That's the other thing.
It's true.
yeah.
Well, he practically
Always.
lives in LA. Yeah.
People were rumors for a little bit about joining NASCAR.
Oh, really?
Really?
That'd be hilarious.
He was like, "No, I like am
Yeah.
focusing on Formula One."
Yeah, for sure.
Honestly, he'd like fit in.
I know that's what
NASCAR.
everyone's
Oh, he would.
saying.
Yeah.
And he could destroy them probably. Like,
Yeah,
it'd be very Talladega Nights. But not. At all.
Oh wow, yeah, the Formula One driver.
Yeah, the
who
Formula
might get
One driver who comes to NASCAR. Yeah.
Whoa.
Talladega Nights foretold
Yeah.
this story.
Wow.
So now it has to happen.
That's kind of mind blowing.
But he is Australian.
Has he seen that movie? Maybe
I'm
should watch
sure
it.
he's seen that movie.
Do you think the racing driver has seen Talladega Nights?
I feel like I feel like that movie inspired him. No, I'm kidding. But I bet he has. I bet he has. Because I bet a lot of Americans ask him if he has.
right. Yeah.
Silly.
Yeah. Anyways,
So that was that. That's all I wanted to say about that.
He was there.
he was there. Fun.
And it was bizarre. And
Yeah.
that's that. But good for you.
Yeah. Hope you had a good time.
Next piece of news, Toto Wolff was, what was it? He is now like a visiting professor at Harvard Business School, and
Oh, what?
is going to teach a course on being like leading a high performing Formula One team
Wow.
in January 2024.
At Harvard Business?
Yeah.
Wow.
Harvard Business School. He's apparently had like partnerships with the school before and had done lectures and whatnot. And then there's a specific professor position, temporary type of thing that is reserved for people who are just like visiting and doing one short course or something or something
Here
very
and there,
specific.
yeah.
And so he's going to be teaching a course.
Wild. Cool.
Can you imagine taking this specific course?
I'm like trying to now. Like,
Are there still
how do we do this?
sign-ups available?
I know, right?
How do we
yeah,
get
you
someone?
just sign
Yeah,
up
right.
for Harvard Business School. That's
right?
how that works.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I just sign up for that class?
We've got
Is that-
time to sign up.
Yeah, it's like I just want to take
January
one
2024?
class.
Yeah.
Right?
We got time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Are they taking sign-ups?
yeah.
Harvard Business School.
Sign
Where
up.
is the sign-up
I'll
sheet?
sign the
Sign-up
paper.
sheet.
I'll do it.
I mean, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
That sounds like an incredible course. I'm sure he would have an incredible amount of knowledge to share. It's such a specific thing, though.
But I mean, he is like the owner of the company as well.
That's true.
And runs like the business side of it and has experience
No, absolutely.
in finance. So
I believe he could teach that
yeah.
100% and be probably incredible at it.
It's funny because like the picture in the article was him in a lecture hall, and then behind him there was like a whiteboard with basically like Formula One team in the middle, and then there were offshoots of all of the like different factors that go into running the business, and one of them was like driver tensions, like managing your drivers basically.
That's
I was like,
amazing.
wow,
Yeah, that's
interesting.
plus I'm curious about some of the stories he has.
Right? I
Yeah.
know. I want some hot gas.
I want some juice.
Want some romp.
How does he have the time for this? Though? Some romp in the paddock. But how does he have
Need that romp? Sorry. Continue.
Well, I feel like I'm cutting off a good joke, so now I feel bad.
Yeah, now you're ruining everything.
Now I'm a downer.
All the listeners just listen to a whole laugh track right now that I put in. So
Perfect.
Now it's time
Okay,
to move
great.
on.
How does he have the time for that, though?
Well, they specifically put it in January because
Between-
that's
Oh, sure.
like
Like,
Off season.
off season.
oh, sure. Show me where to sign up.
Once
Harvard
again,
Business School. Come on the podcast.
Yeah.
if anyone from this episode
All
should
of
come on the podcast, it's
Harvard Business School.
Charles' bad luck continues when he lost his AirPods at the airport.
That was the funniest thing. Just
Major breaking news.
where did he get those tweezers?
I don't know. They were like full kitchen tweezers,
yeah.
though.
They're like large tweezers
Just
that.
his like head pressed up against the glass, like looking down.
Yeah. Amazing.
And that's it for Rompin' in the Paddock.
Romp.
We only had a week, so there
That's
wasn't
true.
as much.
Back to back.
I will say, I am very annoyed that this Taylor Swift rumor is living on.
Persisting.
I'm like, stop it already.
I bet Fernando's like leaning
I
into
know.
it just enough. He's like, yeah, why not? I'm having a great year. Let me just associate myself with her as well.
I mean, it's a smart tactic on his part.
Totally.
I'm just like so
It's
annoyed
good for
that
both of
Taylor
them.
Swift.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for her to show up in the garage, like
Right.
at some race,
Has to be in the Aston
and not
Yeah.
not even like ever making eye contact with him or interacting necessarily, just like in the garage. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm waiting for
That
that.
would send the internet into.
It'd be insane.
be-
and it would confirm it for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd have to make that assumption at that point. You would have to.
All right, let's move on to Misbehaving Men.
Misbehaving.
We are expanding this category to include Misbehaving White Women. So first up, our favorite son of a Russian oligarch, Nikita Mazepin,
No.
What?
is
What?
trying to get back into Formula One.
No.
He's trying to lift the sanctions on his family
Oh my
so
word.
that he can get back into Formula
That
One.
is so funny because he's not gonna get back in.
Because let's remember, he scored
sucks.
0 points, and his best place, his best finish was P14.
That's ridiculous.
The guy was just so bad.
He was
so bad.
terrible. Like terrible.
It was hard.
Granted,
to watch.
he was in the worst car on the grid,
Yes,
but
absolutely.
truly awful. Truly awful.
But that's, yeah.
Because
And
Mick Schumacher, who also got kicked off that team now for not being good enough,
Right.
was way better than Nikita Mazepin.
Yeah.
Always,
Like,
yes.
way better. So, perspective, he doesn't belong in the sport. He just doesn't.
He
No.
was there for the money.
He was
Yeah.
there because your dad's company funded the team.
but that's why
Literally.
he has to lift the sanctions, because then his dad can do that again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So honestly,
But
we might
now Haas has Chipotle, so we're good.
see it again. Oh man,
They don't need
Haas-
Russian oligarchs.
their sponsors killing it.
Honestly,
Seriously.
it's great. Do you see them going through a drive? Since when does Chipotle have drive-through? By the way,
I did not know that.
they had a
Not
picture.
around here.
I saw
Was
photos.
it in Miami?
Yeah, of the car of the Haas F1 car going through the drive-through of Chipotle, and I was like, wait, what?
What?
Why don't we have
don't I-
drive-throughs?
Yeah, this is...
I want to drive through Chipotle.
Is there like a bunch of windows you have to go through and look at every single item? And
That'd
say,
be
like,
hilarious. Give me that too.
When you're driving.
That'd be funny. It didn't look like that though.
Okay. Well, I'm not interested.
Interesting.
No, it sounds like you probably go up to like a menu and just say everything you want in it, and there's a list so you could pick
Like a drive-through.
like a drive-through,
Yeah.
like a regular drive-through.
All right, next piece of news is, obviously, we raced in Miami. Miami is famously in America. And you can't talk about America without talking about racism and capitalism.
Ooh,
Some of our favorite topics. on the
yeah,
show.
our favorite things.
So, also this involves, on top of racism and capitalism, beauty bloggers.
Whoa.
So,
Oh wow, very American.
I don't know how familiar you all are with like the beauty YouTuber influencer space.
Not very.
Yeah, I think very little.
Yeah.
I used to be more into it, and then now it
Got weird.
quickly became very, very toxic, and there was like a ton of blow ups and fallouts amongst the creators.
Oh,
and it
really?
became very weird. So I
Strange.
stepped away, but it is still going strong, apparently. But anyway, you don't really need to know anything about all of that. I'm just saying, if you're listening and you know, then you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, listen to the other podcast for that.
Right.
So what you do need to know is that beauty brands, makeup brands will take will take content creators on big trips. Like
Sure.
they'll invite them on big promotional trips.
Yeah.
And
So you can do the sponsored posts, be like, I'm wearing
Totally.
this, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
They sent me here.
and as a content creator, if you get invited, that's a huge deal. And
Yeah.
obviously you're gonna go.
Who wouldn't?
So the first issue that happened was that Tarte Beauty was gonna bring, or had an event planned with content creators at the Miami Grand Prix,
Sure.
and
Tart.
one of the creators, who was black, realized that her flights didn't match up with the timing of the race. So her flights got in like a
What?
day before, like Thursday, and left on Saturday. So
What?
she would be missing the race.
The race, yeah.
And so she reached out to other influencers who were white and asked, like, what's your schedule? And they're like, oh, we fly in on Friday, leave on Monday. We'll be there for the race.
What?
And she was like, so I'm not going to go because I feel completely disrespected. This happens so
Yeah.
often in the beauty space where black creators get...
So you're like, yeah, when you might be on screen and have this group
Yeah.
watching the race and be on camera, they
Yeah,
don't want the
you're not
black
invited.
person there. Wow.
So there's that whole piece. And then in response, the person who was in charge of coordinating this event got on TikTok and made like a stupid like get ready with me TikTok while I try to explain and justify this racist act.
What?
She's like, I am in charge of like creating this event, and she said honestly, I don't really know anything about Formula One or the race or anything, so I didn't think anyone I invited would care either. So I
What?
just wanted to give my girls one amazing day at the track, one amazing night out, and one amazing night clubbing.
What?
And it doesn't matter what days they get to go to the track. She's like, I honestly I didn't think that they would be interested.
That's ridiculous. But also, even if that's the case, why is only one of them on a separate schedule?
And I don't know how many were on a separate schedule and if they were all creators of color. I just know that this person's experience, she found out her ticket didn't line up, reached out to other.
Why are they even having someone who doesn't care about the sport organizing this? I guess that's part of just jobs.
It doesn't really
matter. Yeah.
And that's a
This is
whole
just business.
other thing. Yeah. And so she
That's wild.
like, she basically was like, yeah, I didn't think any of the people I invited would be interested in the sport. She's like, but I just bought a bunch of more tickets and we're all going now. And it's like, and then fans, like actual Formula One fans were like, why are these people even getting these tickets and getting to go? And like the whole conversation around like, I would go to this race and enjoy it and like understand what's going on.
Like you could have crossover fans going to the race, and you could sponsor them to go and promote you and whatnot too. Like yeah.
And so it just turned into this whole thing of like first just being this like extremely discriminatory situation, and then expanding into this wider conversation of like, why do influencers get to go? And so fans are like really hating on the beauty influencers and whatnot.
It's all advertising.
It's not really their fault either. You're mad at
it's nobody's
Formula
fault.
One in
You're
Miami.
mad at capitalism. Yeah,
exactly.
That's how advertising works. That's also how this sport works. This sport is run by advertising. So like that's not surprising to me that even if half the fans there don't care at all about the sport, they're all there just to promote something else. Like that would make sense to me.
Right.
In Miami especially.
Yeah. I think there's just such a focus on like celebrities and influencers in Miami specifically that it's so obvious that I feel like, because I feel like that branded events happen at all of the races.
Oh,
It's
totally.
nothing new.
Yeah, I think it's just a little over the top in Miami.
Yes. Yeah.
For sure.
And
Funny.
apparently a $1 million ticket to the Las Vegas Grand Prix was sold.
A what? $1 million?
Yeah.
For one
Speaking of
ticket?
capitalism. Yeah. Well,
Or is this like a
it's
penthouse?
It's a package, and you can bring 6 people.
Whoa.
And it's like a full VIP access to everything. You get to go to special events. So it's a whole thing. It's not just like one ticket
That's
to
good.
a grandstand.
Yeah, but that's what the upgraded tickets always are. They include more things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's
that's
just
insane.
a wild
And they only
package.
sold one of those had like one of those packages available or
think
something.
so.
Wild. Anyways, biggest losers in the race. Let's get into it. Losers, unfortunately, the home hero, Logan Sargent.
Was he even there?
Right? Like, did he show up?
He was in the very, very beginning of the pre-show.
Hour
before the race.
I
Haven't
think
seen him since.
Haven't seen him since.
Definitely didn't see him during the race.
Definitely a bummer. I feel bad for him. He grew up 18 miles from that racetrack, and not that track didn't exist his whole life, but he grew up 18 miles from there.
I know.
You want to see him do well. You do. It just wasn't going to happen. Even Alex didn't have a great race. I thought the Williams was going to do better here because it's such a slippery car, but maybe they needed more downforce for those fast turns. Just didn't have it.
Yeah, they were right at the back, 19 and 18.
Yeah, not good.
Oh, no, wait.
No.
I'm
Albin
looking
was
at
in
qual.
14th.
Got it.
which also not bad. He did a good job, but like, yeah, the Williams wasn't there this weekend, and Logan definitely wasn't there, unfortunately. Anyways, that was rough. McLaren.
What even, like...
What's going on there?
Yeah.
What's going on
What
there?
is going on there?
They
almost
every other week except last week.
Yes. But they almost looked good in qualifying, too. But just not...
Just nowhere to be seen.
Nowhere to be seen in the race, like just at the back. And they pitted earlier than everyone else. And I think to attempt some type of different strategy, and it just did not pay off. And they couldn't fight. They're just not in it. Dropping off. It's weird. Right?
The Ferraris were losers.
Oh, Ferrari. Come on.
Charles just getting overtaken by 2 people at once, by Max and Magnussen.
Plus 2 crashes this weekend.
Yeah.
And one in practice and one in qualifying. Yeah.
Just
forgot about that.
Yeah. Just too much. Like, just a lot going on there.
But Sainz was doing better this weekend.
He was.
Sainz was until he wasn't.
Until he wasn't.
The car doesn't have pace.
Right.
Yeah.
But like he was, I feel like the past couple times we've been saying he just isn't in it.
Oh, sure.
And he was like in it.
He was.
Yeah.
Until he like couldn't be.
And he was looking good all weekend. He was looking maybe even on par, maybe even better than Charles in qualifying.
Charles, yeah.
Yeah, until, I mean, he was putting up a great lap until he spun out. But yeah.
Gotta push it.
But yeah, he was doing better than Charles all weekend. But I was not expecting in the race the Mercedes to end up ahead of the Ferraris.
No.
That did not make sense to me.
Yeah.
Right?
It was just like,
It was so weird to me. Because
Mercedes has got a dependable car. That's what they do.
yeah.
Like it's gonna go the distance.
Yeah, the pace is there. I mean, the pace is not there, but the pace is the reliability is there.
Yeah.
But
Reliably mid.
Yeah, I'd call them losers this weekend as well, even though they ended up doing better in the race than I expected.
Yeah.
They did better than it looked.
Yes.
It looked bad.
It looked bad. P13
Mercedes,
in qualifying.
yeah, that was
I
rough.
was like,
Hamilton.
you're out in Q2. Are you kidding me?
Rough.
That's what
What
you
is
get
Rough.
when you're out playing basketball all day or whatever you do in Miami.
Sure.
Photo shoots.
Amazing. But no, I mean, yeah, I'd say Mercedes losers. I'd call the drivers winners maybe because they brought it back.
They did
They
bring
brought
it
it
back.
back at the end.
George had a
Absolutely.
great race.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And Hamilton didn't, but then he really did.
But then he did, yeah.
He really turned
He
it
did.
around.
His tire strategy paid
Yeah.
off.
It really
did.
paid off. Yep.
It worked for him, and he held on, and he made good moves, and he made interesting moves, but
Yeah.
George had a great race. Yeah, for sure.
But overall.
But overall, Mercedes and Ferrari, both losers. I'd say one of the big losers this weekend was Lance Stroll.
Yes.
Oh man.
Yeah. Where did he finish? Down in 12.
12, yeah.
P12. Rough. Just not putting the same times up there as Fernando.
No.
Can't do it.
Wait. Did anything happen? Or he just...
No, he was struggling in qualifying.
Do you remember
And
that?
he had a very nervous interview
God,
afterwards.
that interview was...
He was like,
I was like, what?
Like,
Do you
what is
have
going
any
on?
media training? What are you
yeah.
doing?
And then he just, I don't know, he just didn't figure it out in Miami. He couldn't, I don't know if it was the setup or the setting or what, but he couldn't get it this weekend.
No.
And just couldn't bring the fight anywhere. Nico Hulkenberg, first time he finished behind Magnussen, so not his best weekend.
Right.
Not a terrible weekend. It was about on par for Haas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
mean,
I wouldn't call them winners or losers, except for Magnussen.
I
No.
think I would say Magnussen is
Magnussen is a winner.
Magnussen-
Magnussen's a winner
Haas.
for sure.
He
And he
had a
got a point.
great-
Yeah.
I mean, he was battling a Ferrari.
Actually,
He was
yeah, you're
battling
right.
Leclerc.
Yeah,
his,
like they
like-
were like...
His driving was some of my favorite driving.
He's been driving
Yeah.
well. Like, his overtakes have been...
You're right. You're right. That
Truly, so skilled.
Yeah.
Like,
honestly,
Clearly.
yeah, I think Leclerc definitely underestimated Magnussen in those fights.
Fully.
Yeah.
And Magnussen's like, well,
Well,
I'm
no,
just gonna
I do know how to drive. Like,
overtake you again. Like it's not that hard. Yeah, I know how to do this.
Yeah, it made
I
Leclerc
get
look
DRS again. It did. It made him look silly.
Yeah, it's like,
Which
what
brings
are
it back to Leclerc specifically being a biggest loser, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, rough weekend.
First the AirPods.
Just a sad puppy.
we knew it wasn't
know.
going to be a good result.
No, it was rough. But I had so much hope because last week they were looking better. Baku really was something different.
Right?
Yeah.
This was
I'm
so
saying,
different
Yeah.
from
Like
last week.
people
Very
made
different.
so much progress last week.
I know.
And then it just was
Yeah,
like, poof.
Baku was the first time we had Ferrari as winners,
Yeah.
and now they're back to losers.
Right back to losers.
Rough.
Should we move on to winners? Are there more losers?
Yeah, let's move on to winners because honestly, a lot of winners. Magnussen's a winner, obviously.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed that race.
And Magnussen
so good.
got a bunch of people free Chipotle. So good.
Oh yeah, there was some
Yeah.
promotion thing.
In a drive-through.
Maybe.
He picked it up. Yep, he went and picked it up. No,
Wow.
it was if Haas got points, Chipotle is gonna
Yeah.
give away like 10,000 meals or something
Yeah.
if you texted the number.
Right.
And so K-Mag got a point.
Got a point.
Wait, was that nationwide? Did you get it on that?
We
No.
we didn't text it.
We didn't text it.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I should have let you know.
I love those sports tie-in pretty fast food items.
Absolutely. Yes. Okay, Alpine had a week. Both drivers got points.
Yeah.
Yes.
That might be the first time.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So Gasly had a
what did
great
he
weekend.
do? Something there.
Finally.
Yeah.
I've been
I
waiting
know.
for
Me
that with
too.
Gasly. In qualifying, he was lighting it up. So good to see him doing well again.
Yeah.
I'm ready for him to just take that the rest of the season. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Would love to see Alpine doing better again.
Max is a winner. I would say Fernando's a winner.
I'd
Yeah.
say
I mean,
We
Fernando.
had our same.
Oh,
top
yeah.
three. How many times have we had this top three?
right.
God.
This is gonna be most of the top threes.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But hey, great race, Fernando.
Yeah.
Just driving alone the
That-
whole time.
Fernando watching Lance overtake on
the
big
screen. That was so funny. I was like, how
I
do
was
you
like,
do that?
who are you? You're casually watching the race that you're competing in right
Yeah.
now? Is that what you're doing?
How dare
and then you're
you.
getting on the radio to ask what place he got?
Right? You're like, who did he overtake? Because I saw it happen on the screen while I'm driving 200 miles an hour.
Fernando's like, I'm just
What?
a fan today. I'm just a fan.
He is
Like,
a
I
fan
don't
of
do
Lance's. He wants Lance to do well. It's so cute.
For a second there, I thought maybe there was a chance we could knock out the Red Bulls and get him to P1.
Oh, that would have been cool.
When they were starting to fight at the end, they were pushed super close
Oh,
to that
sure.
wall.
Yes.
And I was like,
Oh, they could take each
Yeah.
other out.
but it was
That
just a
would have
split
been
second.
fun.
No.
That would have been a lot of fun.
Yeah, always
Exciting.
always down for a Red Bull crash.
It was a
Totally,
good,
especially a
yeah,
double crash.
right?
Like,
that was really good,
love
clean
you,
racing, though.
Checo.
It was,
That,
yeah.
I appreciated that moment. They both fought well, fought clean, and that it was great. I'm waiting for that Alonso win. I'm ready for it.
right?
Like I want it, and it's gonna happen at some point.
Must.
Something has to happen to these Red Bulls, where they don't both finish ahead of everybody at some point, right?
I think, but I don't think.
You're right. I don't. It's not likely. I'm just like I'm hoping for one Alonso win because I think he deserves
Oh
it.
yeah, absolutely.
I don't even care if anybody else wins another race. I want Alonso to get one.
Josiah and I were joking that one of like the Etsy designs for the T-shirt,
Oh,
or
yeah.
T-shirt could be like the each
track.
circuit,
Yeah.
and then from the 2023 season, and then the number of the driver who won that race.
Yeah.
But if it's just Max
And Checo,
and Checo, it's 1
1,
and
1.
11. So it'd just be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
literally, that's all it is so far.
Weird
amazing.
binary code without zeros.
Yeah,
Honestly, throw a Red Bull
Just
logo on that
once.
shirt.
it'd be
Get it out
yeah,
there.
yeah. Have them send that cease and desist letter. Let's do it.
Max pointing to the number 1 at the end. Did you see that?
No.
When he got out of the car, he
At the end of the race?
Yeah, looked to his team. Him and Checo gave each other a hug.
Sure.
He looked down at his car, bent over, and pointed at the one and the cameras and his team.
So gross.
And I was like,
So
yeah,
cringe.
You deserve that, though.
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
There was
You
no
do.
one else out there.
No.
100% he deserves that. He deserves
Yeah.
to be able to do that. I mean, that's the reason he has the number
He
1
has
is
it.
because he is reigning world champion.
Yeah.
And that's what you get to do. Like when you just dominate the entire sport, that in an embarrassing manner.
Honestly,
Absolutely.
It's embarrassing for the rest of the field.
it really is. It's so silly.
Yeah.
I would say Yuki is a winner.
Yuki, yeah.
He came back.
was looking
He had
good
some
this race.
great
Yeah.
overtakes.
Yeah.
He went out in Q3, so I
Yeah.
was like a little worried.
Yeah, he
And
fought from further
obviously
back.
Nick out qualified him
Yeah.
for the first time, so I was like, Yuki. But
Yeah,
he
Yuki
had
did
a
not,
good race.
Yeah, he did.
He got back up to P11.
Yeah, almost got that last point, but
Yeah.
Magnussen was
were
having
saying
a great
Magnussen,
race.
it's-
Yeah.
Honestly, sometimes it comes down to those two to getting that
It
last
does.
point.
Yeah.
You're like
Well,
right there with
Yuki
each
and more
other.
often Hulkenberg is usually there because Magnussen's not been doing as well as Hulkenberg.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
There
yeah,
have
Haas
been other
and
races
Yuki.
Where Haas and Yuki.
Haas and
not
Yuki.
Haas and Alpha.
No, just Haas and Yuki. Nick's not fighting for points.
No,
Nick's
we don't know what Nick's doing.
Nick's just getting used to it. Who knows? Yeah.
Learning Formula 1.
Right. And granted, they have a terrible car right now.
Yeah, it's a good
Terrible
time to
car.
learn. You're not-
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might not
So,
be getting
like-
points anyway.
I wouldn't expect Yuki last year or the year before to be doing this well in this AlphaTauri.
Right.
I wouldn't. He's doing better this year.
Driver of the day. The official
Ooh.
driver of the day was Max.
Absolutely.
Right.
And deservingly so.
Deservingly so.
Driver of the weekend, hands down Max.
Yeah. But
But
on motorsport.
on motorsport, we have
Max is never driver of the day.
Yes.
it cannot be
exactly.
Max.
Right.
Hilarious.
But great job.
I mean, he had a great drive. And it
Almost
was
as
fun to
good.
watch too.
Almost as good as Magnussen.
As honestly, I was gonna say, I
Right?
think Magnussen was my favorite driver to watch. Him and George.
I was
Him
going
and
to say
George
Magnussen
and
was my
Gasly.
driver of the day.
Yeah, I'd probably do
Yeah.
Magnussen too.
Just because of that Chipotle. I was like, do more
Oh,
of that.
just because of
Haas.
that. Yeah.
Do more of that.
Honestly, it was the fighting with Leclerc that sold it for me.
No,
like
yeah,
when you have
totally.
that good at driving back to back, like, and you're really fighting, and you're in a car that can't compete with a Ferrari. It cannot. There is no chance
just-
he could have won that race against the Ferrari over the whole thing.
Right.
But he held it for most of the race. Most of the race. Because he kept coming back and then building that lead just enough. So smart. Such a good drive. Such a good drive.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let us know if you got in on that free Chipotle
Yep. Email us.
at motosportpod@gmail.com.
Yep. Let us know if you did or did not
Or did not.
get a Chipotle burrito. Email us either way.
Either way.
Throw in a
Yeah.
little question in there
And
too.
tell us how it was. How do you order your Chipotle burrito? Listener questions. If you have a question, email us at motosportpod@gmail.com like we just said.
Right.
Just do it.
Just
like,
do it.
Do it.
Like,
Or honestly, just text one of us because we all know that everyone who's listening has one of our numbers.
Yes.
not everyone.
If you don't have our phone number and you want it,
Email us
email us at motosportpod
at
at gmail.com.
gmail.com. Okay, so what is our question today?
Today's question is, of the drivers who have not been to the Met Gala, who would you take to the Met Gala as your date?
Okay, so do we know who all has been to the Met Gala?
We do.
And that is
Lewis
Lewis Hamilton, of course,
and Danny.
and Danny.
Do you have an answer? You,
Oh, okay. Who would I bring to the Met Gala?
yes.
Does it matter what the theme is? Probably
I mean,
not.
no.
Probably not. Okay.
I honestly always forget there's a theme.
Right?
Yeah, but
I'm
the
wa-
theme is always fashion.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, but okay, I would bring And this can be any Formula One
say
driver.
it.
Okay, I would bring Yuki. I'd bring Yuki Tsunoda. I think that would be hilarious.
I was thinking about that too. I think that's a good one.
I think it would be so much fun to have Yuki in that space and just troll.
Here's the thing. I think we're saying the same drivers every time. I think we just have our favorite drivers that we want to
yeah.
hang out with.
It's
Doesn't matter
true.
if I'm on the island or if I'm
I know,
at the
right?
Met Gala.
That's a good point. That's a
No,
good
but
point.
I don't. Yeah.
But I would bring Yuki for sure.
Because, like, I'm going to say Alex Albon right now.
Oh
Like,
yeah. I mean, I love that.
yeah. Or Gasly.
Alex, I feel like would have a really fun outfit.
I do too.
Yeah. And that'd be a really good reason to bring him. Yeah.
Yeah,
It'd be-
totally.
it'd be
Yeah.
fun.
I'm not sure Yuki would. So maybe that's a bad choice.
Well, I don't know. I feel like Yuki would be down
Yeah,
for
Well, he'd
anything.
be open to it, but I think Alex would like
Alex would have like
something
the
a little
attitude
more
to go
out
with
there.
it.
Yeah.
I don't know if
yeah.
Yuki would fully understand what's happening.
Yeah, I think Yuki would get better at that the more he went
So he's got to go
to the Met Gala. So you got
just have to get a simple invite
exactly
to the Met Gala.
exactly.
multiple
But
times.
I would love to be there with him that first time because I think it'd be silly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely would be silly.
And if Jason
Is the point
Statham
of
was
the Met
there,
Gala.
Oh my god!
I mean,
if
come
you're gonna
on.
invite Yuki, you have to invite Jason Statham.
Now I'm buying a table. And
They don't separate ever.
They don't.
No.
Always together.
That's hilarious. I love it. Wait, so who's your pick then? Because you said Alex.
Yeah.
I said Yuki.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking Yuki as well.
It would be funny.
I think it would be funny.
And I'd bring the fashion, let's be clear.
So yeah, I think I would take Yuki.
Yuki?
What about Max?
I was gonna throw Max out there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't bring Max. I don't want to hang out with Max for a whole night.
I don't.
No. I also
Can you
think
imagine? It would be the worst thing ever.
I just feel like he'd be the most bland
well,
person
he
to hang
hates
out
that
with.
kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's just gonna be a bummer the whole time.
Yeah.
I swear, all Max does is drive cars and then
Drive simulators.
drive simulators and do simulator games.
Hey, I mean, it
races.
pays off.
I mean-
2-time world champion.
I feel like that
About to be
has to be
3.
true for the best driver out there right
Yeah.
now. Anybody at the top, like the top, they're
Well,
putting in hours. Like,
oh yeah,
no,
definitely.
I agree.
It's true.
I
that's
just
their
feel
whole
like
life.
Yeah.
I don't think it is.
But someone like
everyone-
Lewis finds time still, and he puts in more hours than anybody.
Yeah.
a lot
we
of people
document it.
have like separate hobbies that they do. Like Lando loves to golf.
It's good. It's
Yeah.
important.
Three
that's
cycles and like
A lot of
they've
them golf.
there was a press conference where they did like a listener question, and it was like a young boy who asked, like, it was Valtteri and Max who were in the press conference, and they were like, well, what are your hobbies? And Valtteri was like, I do cycling sometimes and whatnot. And Max was like, I play race car video games. It's pretty much, he's like, honestly, I don't have hobbies. You don't have time for hobbies.
Yeah.
I think a lot of them play.
They all, yeah.
Yeah.
They all do. That's
I feel
funny.
I
like
know
a lot of them-
Gasly is like huge.
I know-
on there.
Oh, funny.
Yeah, I think Lando definitely does.
Funny.
I think
Yeah.
it's
Everyone
No,
around their
I mean it makes
age.
sense. Like if you would hang out and you like driving, so
yeah.
you only have so many races.
Right.
cool.
But yeah, I wouldn't bring Max.
No.
No. I might
That's
bring
the
Checo.
last
Checo could be
place.
fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Checo could be a good time at the Met. Yeah.
for sure. Minnesota moment.
Oh yeah. Do y'all have one?
Mine is a stretch.
All right, let's hear it. Because I didn't find much this weekend. I wasn't.
I've got a little. I
Nothing
think I've
stood
got a
out to
little
me.
something.
Okay, cool,
Got a
cool.
little something. Got a little nugget of something.
Little nug.
Maybe it's the same as you.
I don't know. Mine is like, well, let me just say it. Mine is Lewis's fashion moment because I feel like
Lewis's fashion?
Ye-
Like on
Let
race
me
day?
get there.
Okay.
Let me get
on
there.
race day though?
yes,
Okay.
yes, the sequin one, the one that was like,
Yeah.
I was like, I
The
loved
fit.
it. Yeah, and I was like,
Yeah.
that's a real head turner.
Definitely.
And not in the same way, but Josiah and I did go to Mayday Parade on Sunday.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Where there is also head turning fashion.
Absolutely.
Very specific South Minneapolis
Yeah.
head turning fashion.
South Minneapolis cultural event.
Yes.
Yes.
Honestly, one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's so
Mayday
good.
Parade is something different.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And if you haven't been, you should go.
You gotta go.
I don't know anywhere else that does this.
Yeah.
Any type of Mayday Parade even, but like especially the way ours
Yeah,
happens.
Just like unsanctioned,
Unsanctioned
Literally
Mad
community.
Max.
Yeah.
The lanes
Literal.
that were
I love it.
coming from those big contraptions were just hitting all the leaves on all the
Yes.
trees.
It was
Every
great.
time I'm like, that's
I was like,
Like
Is
this
that
seems
okay?
not
What?
okay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just the best thing. Like every year
Incredible.
it happens and like it's so impressive. Like the pieces that just people put together for fun. Like just cuz.
I mean,
Yeah.
like
Wild.
half pipe in a moving
Right?
cage.
Literally aerial work happening on an old tow truck. Just like
A
a
Ferris
full-on
wheel.
like whole hog roast happening in one and then bands playing on another. It's incredible. Oh yeah, the Ferris wheel.
Ferris wheel run
The Ferris
by
wheel.
one person pulling
Human
it.
powered.
Yes.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah. And the whole thing is human powered. It's all
Yeah.
pulled by people, which is also weird.
Right.
But hey, cool. Very cool. Very strange. So that makes sense though. Just like head turning fashion.
Head turning fashion specific to
wherever
Mayday.
you are. Sure.
Yeah.
You feel like you were in Miami.
I was like, whoa.
Well, I wouldn't. I'd be really surprised to see that type of fashion anywhere in Miami.
Yeah.
It would be so
At
bizarre.
any point, it'd be so weird. It'd be so
Miami
weird.
Had the Grand Prix. We
Yeah.
had the unsanctioned Mayday Parade
Yeah.
in South Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
We're all
our,
doing
that's our
something.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
I love it. That's amazing. That's amazing. It was quite head turning. I had to.
Yeah.
Did it.
I was turning my head
Yeah.
all day.
Double taken on my phone. What?
You said you had one?
For me, it was through the pre-show and the whole race, the constant talk of weather. Like, constant. And that is
God.
That's a
very
good one.
Minnesota.
Oh my
That
God.
is the most Minnesota thing.
Like-
it is.
And it was all, like, the sun was, like, shining, and it was, like,
Yeah.
Fine.
But they're just like, oh, there was a talk of a storm, and everyone
Right.
wanted to talk
Honestly.
about that. And
This
it's
is
like,
every conversation you have with every stranger in Minnesota
It's about
ever.
the small talk.
It is the only small talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice outside. It's not
Mm-hmm.
nice outside.
It was nice outside.
It's gonna be nice outside.
Right. Sun's
Too
out.
bad it's not nice outside.
Right.
Yeah.
I really
I kinda
miss
like
when it
the
was nice
chilly
outside.
weather. Actually.
Yeah.
Something about today's hitting, but I don't know.
Absolutely. I love the brisk breeze
Yeah.
in the fall.
It's a hot day out there today, though.
It is hot out today.
It's hot.
It's really hot.
get
And
it
it's
cool.
hot in here.
Minnesota
pretty loud.
moment.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
you have one?
No, honestly, this is like the first time I don't. Like, I can't think of anything really that stood out to me that did that. I love the talk of weather, though. That was great because it was the whole weekend talking
whole
about
weekend.
it.
Oh, yeah.
That's
yeah.
all anybody could talk about was the weather.
Right.
It was great. It was supposed to rain.
Yeah.
Didn't
And
rain.
like we keep saying, like it was underwater recently.
Yep, very much.
Storms are bad there.
Yep. Yep. But there was also a lot of flooding in Minnesota recently because along the Mississippi, of course,
Right.
because of the swells. But
Of course, because
Yep.
of the swells.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I had to help a friend with a flooded house.
This really is Miami.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Same experience here.
Absolutely. Totally same.
Parties and helping out with
Yeah.
flooding.
Yeah, the flooding for sure, but not as expansive here. Obviously,
Right.
it's just along the
The
Mississippi.
parties or the flooding.
Yes, yes.
Slightly
Both of
different.
those.
Yeah.
But per capita, it's about the same.
Yeah, true.
All around though, just loved the Loved the weekend. It was a good race weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
It's such a weird it's a weird one because like there's so many negatives, but there's a lot of good things. Like
I feel like the race itself was so fun to watch.
it was a
Yeah, I
fun
liked it.
race.
So it was engaging the
Yeah.
whole time. There was not a clear order outside
No.
the
No.
front.
And I think it's the first race this year with no DNFs.
No
Yeah.
DNF.
Yeah, everybody finished.
Yeah.
Wild.
I think I saw something that it was the first race since 2021 that there had been no DNFs.
What?
Whoa.
I think.
That's wild.
Yeah.
It would
We
make a
gotta
little
fact check
sense.
that,
There were a
obviously,
lot
but-
of DNFs last year.
And there have been a lot of DNFs up until now.
And yeah, but not as much as last year. There was like last year was a little extra because everything changed.
New car.
That was the brand new car, so everyone had more struggles with it, and everyone did not finish at some point that year. Every single car.
Yeah.
Lewis was the one that lasted the longest, and then had a DNF at some point
Yeah.
somewhere in a mountain. I can't remember where. Might have been Zandvoort.
He ran into a mountain.
No, he
That's
had
what
a
happened.
DNF and had to walk back. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
right.
And on like the third lap,
Yeah.
it was rough.
You ran.
He ran into a mountain. Oh man, in Zandvoort. Amazing. All right, so a race next week again?
No.
Oh no, 2 weeks
weeks.
off now.
2 weeks off.
Good, and then it's 3 in a row,
And it's 3 in a row.
Ooh,
and we'll be out of town.
Yes.
Okay.
for all three.
All
Yes.
3 will be
Ooh.
in other countries. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those 3 countries?
That'd be amazing. Yeah, we're going to the next 3 races in person. That'd be
Wow.
We're
incredible.
going to
You get the influencer package?
That'd be nice. We're trying to
Tart
get that.
Beauty.
Yeah. Reach out
Tart-
to us,
Tart
Tart.
Beauty.
We'll,
Maybe influencer package. Yeah.
but we do like Formula One. So if you
Yeah.
Get our tickets
if you
right.
get our
if
tickets
you invite
right,
us.
if you invite us,
Yeah.
please.
How about Chipotle?
We would definitely go
my
with
God,
Chipotle.
yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Sponsor us.
If we could eat Chipotle the whole weekend,
Yeah.
it'd be great.
If
Yeah,
Chipotle,
go to Italy and eat Chipotle.
Yeah.
the whole weekend. Yeah.
listen, if Chipotle sponsors this podcast, we will not be Mercedes fans anymore. We will move to Haas.
Correct. Not that we're not Haas fans.
know.
We are
for
Haas fans.
sure.
Yeah.
But we're Mercedes #1.
Oh,
Yes.
but
definitely.
we could be a straight up Haas.
100%. This
Oh,
could be
yeah.
the Haas
For
cast.
the right number.
Yeah.
That's Formula One.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If we don't have to
Exactly.
do other
We're
jobs,
willing to play the game as
Well,
much as we
yeah.
criticize it. Yeah.
100%.
We're fans. We're still
Yeah.
here.
Oh man, let's call Haas. Gunter.
Yeah.
No, you gotta call Gene.
Gene.
Because if you go
Gene.
Gunter,
Gunter, call
Gunter's just
Gene.
gonna call
Gunter's
Gene.
gonna call Gene. That's true. But I don't think Gunter would like us going over his head.
Right.
So
You gotta
I think
call
we gotta
Gunther
call
to
Gunter
All right, you gotta do your
and
due
ask him to
diligence.
call Gene.
Fine. We'll go through the appropriate channels.
Amazing. Well, so where's the next race?
Imola.
Imola.
Aren't there supposed to be a bunch of upgrades for a lot of teams?
I think
Mercedes
yeah.
is bringing a lot of upgrades.
This is their
Yes.
big one. Yeah. So hoping
Ooh, yeah.
for improvements
Ooh, yeah.
from Mercedes.
They're gonna be #1.
Max
Verstappen.
I don't know.
Ooh.
Right, but that's the thing. Like Red Bull's gonna bring upgrades too. Like just
Yeah.
not as dramatic of upgrades.
They don't need it.
They don't.
know,
They
they
really
really-
don't need upgrades. It's
Just
silly.
keep this car for as long as you can.
Yeah, honestly. Ugh, ridiculous. But Imola, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imola's a good one.
Did you hear about Formula E at Monaco?
No.
Formula E. Listen, we gotta watch Formula E. Okay.
We gotta, honestly.
At Monaco. Guess how many overtakes there were in the whole race?
Overtakes?
Yeah.
In Monaco?
Monaco?
In Monaco. Just think of a number.
I mean, normally I'd say like 5 or less, but now I feel like you're going to say a high number.
20.
I'm gonna say a high number.
What?
What is
108.
What?
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 People were just like, it's unreal. You gotta watch footage. It's unreal. Just passing constantly in Monaco.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Is that okay? So my question then is that good driving or bad driving? Because the defense, if you have good defense, people shouldn't be able to pass you. Alonso held up the whole grid.
It's got to be something
last
about
year.
the cars, right? Because they don't put off as many like dirty
Sure.
air, things
Sure.
like that. It's probably
But it's also the tight corners and like no space.
right.
Yeah. To pass.
Yeah.
For most places, yeah.
But the cars, they got this like new engine this year, and apparently they're like
Nice.
really interesting in how
Yeah,
they
they
can
did a
do
big
boosts and
upgrade
things
this year.
Like that, and
Yeah.
Cool.
Susie
Yeah.
doing incredible stuff.
Well, she's not.
Oh, she's not
she's
anymore?
F1 Academy.
Yeah. She's
Oh yeah,
the
she
head of
switched
F1
over.
Academy.
But she was
Was
the
she
reason
Formula
for the
E?
change. Yeah, she was the CEO of Formula
Oh,
E.
cool.
Yeah.
And she was a big reason behind that upgrade on the car. Like she
Yeah.
was part of that rollout and release, and now is doing Formula One Academy, which I wish they would air.
Right.
Yeah.
I think they had a race this weekend. I
Yeah,
would
they
have
did.
loved to see it. Can't anywhere.
Yeah.
Annoying.
F1, give us F1 Academy. We want.
Yep. And Formula E.
And Formula E. Although I think you can watch some Formula E races.
Yeah.
places.
I gotta go
Races,
find it
places.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Would love it on the streaming service.
Yes,
Would be
absolutely.
nice. Put more
Yeah,
things
these are
on.
like the coolest things that Formula One is doing right now, or like
Yeah.
the greater Formula.
The FIA.
The FIA is doing
Yeah.
right now is Formula E and F1 Academy. Like
Yeah.
those
Right.
are
It's really
those are
cool.
cool endeavors, and I want to know more.
Right. And they're also like just so competitive between all the drivers.
Yes.
Both of them are.
Well,
Like,
because there's
F1
stock
Academy-
cars too, so you can be
Right.
Yes.
That's
like
that's
everyone's
honestly
driving-
what
That
it
is what it
is.
is.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. Everyone's driving the same car, so everyone has the same opportunities.
Yeah.
Like for the most part, you still have different strategies. Obviously, the setup and your team is going to be a little different than other people and whatever.
Right.
But like
Yeah.
little things. But you have the opportunity to be passing all the time.
Right.
And I think that's why there's probably a lot more passes in general than
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
Formula
because
Yeah,
the
One.
cars
yeah,
are
absolutely.
probably closer
Yeah,
together.
because they're all closer together. Although the grid in Formula One right now, aside from the Red Bulls, is the tightest it's ever been.
Definitely.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
performance from car to car, it's like on a one lap go, it's like 1.2 seconds from top to bottom, minus the Red Bulls,
Right.
because they increase that gap.
Yeah. I've just been hearing from everyone who watches Formula E races that it's good stuff. Very
Cool.
entertaining.
I believe it. I would
Yeah.
watch for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, would love to.
Formula E, come on the podcast.
Yeah, come on, Formula E.
Formula E and Harvard Business School.
Harvard Business School.
Give
Come
us
on.
a call.
Yeah,
Yep. Sponsored by Chipotle.
sponsored by Chipotle on the Haas cast.
Yep.
The Haas cast. We'll do a full rebrand for you.
Well, we will. Yeah,
Absolutely.
or we could call it Moto Haas.
Moto Haas.
Moto Haas, like Moto House, like
Yeah.
Moto
H-A-U-S, Haas.
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 By Chipotle.
Moto
By
Haas
Chipotle.
by
Brought to you by
Chipotle.
Chipotle.
Oh man,
I'm
That
in
would
on this. Let's do it.
We could make jerseys. That would really look like a Formula One team.
It would. Yeah. It'd be cool.
Yeah,
Plus free Chipotle.
yeah.
Guaranteed.
That's a non-negotiable.
For life. Yeah. Thanks for listening to Motosport.
See you in Italy.
We'll see you in Italy.